3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Double Jump Podcast, the home of misery and woe and, I don't know, awful, awful conversations. So if you're still listening, then you've passed the test. I'm Zach Hagenbusher, and with me today, Michael Frett.
Hi, I'm actually Tucker.
Oh, my fucking God. We're not doing that anymore. Just acknowledge yourself.
I have a lot of catching up to do. I kind of haven't been in this in a while.
Okay, well, Michael Frett is here, and Christian Kaspa is also here.
Hello.
And Tucker and Kyle are not here, and Kyle may be here later, but we're going to start this episode of the Double Jump Podcast by going over something that I thought would be pretty interesting to discuss tonight. Guys, there's been a lot of video game consoles over the years since 1982, 83.
The Atari Jaguar, obviously.
Absolutely. So what I want to talk about tonight is examples of games that caused a cousin, caused your mom and dad, caused them to buy a video game console, like the straw that broke the camel's back, the console seller, the system seller. Of course, we're all, anytime a new system comes out now, we're automatically talking about, well, what's the system seller? So I'd like to go over the history of the consoles that we've owned and what counts as the system seller nowadays. Or rather, what has counted as the system seller in the past. I'll start just with the first one that I can remember off the top of my head. The first true system seller that I can remember was The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. My dad was he was really into the idea of playing that game. His friends were actually playing it at the same time, so it was like a race between the three of them. And he got an N64, and he got Zelda, and that was that. That was the first. Well, I remember we had a Super Nintendo, but that was purchased for me, and there wasn't a specific game that drove that purchase. But my dad really wanted to play Zelda, so that he bought an N64.
Did your dad win?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if he did. I think that my dad, on his first playthrough, actually fucked himself out of the ice arrows. Like, they were racing each other to 100% completion. So it was like, you got to get all the bottles. And he did. He rode around and shot the fucking pose, and he got all the bottles. And that was the worst part, according to him. But the thing that he missed was the ice arrows. He used the keys in the wrong order, and he got fucked out of the ice arrows.
What
I
a
don't think
legend.
you could actually get fucked out of anything in that game.
Huh?
Those games always seem so structured that you really couldn't, fuck yourself out of anything, I thought.
Oh, no, you can fuck yourself out of the ice arrows real quick. Because they give you just enough keys for there to be one door. Like, if you use one key in the wrong place, you will not have enough keys to get to the ice arrows.
Is that in like the Gerudo Fortress or something?
Yeah, that's in the Gerudo Fortress.
Okay.
It's in the training. It's like the Gerudo training room or whatever. They give you enough keys for all the doors but one. So if you screw up, then you'll never get the ice arrows in that playthrough.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well,
Wah, wah.
what do you guys think? What was your first system seller that you can remember?
Mine was probably the N64. But it wasn't for Ocarina. It was probably... Yeah, it was for Super Smash Bros, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to go over to... we had some friends that lived in the neighborhood. Used to always go over to their house, and we'd play Super Smash Bros. I'd always pick Link, not because I was a Zelda fan, though, at the time, but actually just because he was the guy with the sword. And for some reason, I could relate to the guy with the sword more than the Italian plumber that shoots fire, or whatever the hell Kirby is.
It's just because you're not Italian, you racist.
Whoa, we're getting racist again.
Tucker's not even here, guys.
Yeah, Tucker's not even here. We can't even get racist.
How'd this even happen? But anyway, no. So I bought it for Nintendo. So I asked for a Nintendo 64 one year for my birthday. Got a Nintendo 64 one year for my birthday. Got Super Smash Bros. And it's probably one of the games I've played more than, like, I've played the most. You know, like, I can't think of too many games I've played more than the original Smash Bros.
Sure.
So, yeah. And I guess that would be like my example of the system seller at the time, and kind of still, because I feel like a lot of people still buy Wii's and Wii U's for Smash.
For Smash specifically? Yeah, sure. I could get behind that statement.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that we knew Wii Sports does not count as part of this conversation. Because, it came, obviously that was a legitimate system seller for a lot of people, but it came packed in with the console, so I'm going to say it's disqualified from this conversation.
Oh.
Well, speaking of system sellers, Wii Sports.
Yeah. Actually, we just
my
had
parents got a Wii, so there you go.
Yeah, we just had a conversation about that though, like not more than 5 seconds ago, that we weren't going to talk about that.
Oh.
Yo, Christian. I just thought of an awesome system seller.
What's that?
Wii Sports.
Oh, dang. Super Mario World was probably the system seller. Let's be honest here.
That's a good point. Super Mario World, man. Well, but that was a pack-in title too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, originally.
I know
think
Super Mario Bros. Was, right?
At one point it was, yeah.
What about Nintendo Land, man? Come on.
Oh my God. Okay, can we get let's think about games that were not pack-ins. Like, for example.
But I mean, okay, can we go back to this question of whether or not we can even consider pack-ins? Because I mean, I feel like a lot of these games, yeah, they might have come with the system, but I feel like they're like synonymous with the system, and more so than just a pack-in way. Like, I feel like people would go back to those systems now specifically to play those games. And they might have gotten like an NES or whatever because of the Super Mario game that came with it or whatnot. So, what was I going with this? Something about how it should be a system seller.
Okay, all right, fine. Well, yeah, then there we go. Super Mario and Duck Hunt were system sellers, according to Michael.
Sweet.
Another system seller that comes to mind, Tomb Raider on the original PlayStation. I remember my uncle bought a PlayStation so he could play Tomb Raider.
Wait, was Tomb Raider on the original PlayStation?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
I did not know this.
Yep. The first 3 Tomb Raider games. Actually, the first 4 were on the original PlayStation, I believe. I'm pretty sure that Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation was like Tomb Raider 4 unofficially, but.
Are we talking about Tomb Raider or Tomb Raider Definitive Edition here? I'm getting a little confused.
We're talking about the original Tomb Raider.
We're not talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider?
No,
We're not talking about Tomb Raider. We're talking about Tomb Raider.
I'm talking about the good games, the ones that came out a long time ago.
Right, Tomb Raider. Not
No.
Tomb Raider, but Tomb Raider.
Right. Okay. But yeah, seriously.
So are we talking about Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters? I'm getting a little confused again.
Ghostbusters 1985 or 1983 or 2, whenever the fuck it came out, or Ghostbusters 2016, aka the movie that I will never see.
Did it come out already?
No, but
No.
I'm not going to see it.
I don't think a lot of people are planning on that.
But come on, Zach, it's got the Ghostbusters name on it. It's going to be good, just like Star Wars. I mean, let's be honest here.
That's not how that works. First of all, Star Wars and Ghostbusters could not be in different worlds.
Come on,
Or could
Ghostbusters
that
is
be in more
basically
different
Star
worlds?
Wars for the next generation.
Yeah, okay. You guys are embarrassing yourselves. Yep, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation was, in fact, the 4th Tomb Raider game of the classic series, and it was on the original PlayStation. It was the original PlayStation's last hurrah, so to speak, before the PlayStation 2 came out in the next year. Speaking of the PlayStation 2, I also remember my uncle, he was on the cutting edge of the game consoles at the time. I was real jealous because my dad didn't really give a fuck after the N64. Final Fantasy X was a big one. Was a big one for my uncle. That was why he bought a PlayStation 2. It was the first game that he had with it. Final Fantasy X. And I remember seeing it, and it blew my fucking mind. I was like, oh my God, look at this game. It just looks so good.
It is pretty good looking,
I mean-
especially for the time, for sure.
For the
Was this
time,
the one
yeah.
with the crazy J-pop opening sequence and the
That's
the
10-2,
drumming
Michael.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, that's
sorry.
10-2.
That's Final Fantasy, the fan service.
Right. But I mean,
Right.
Final Fantasy X, pretty much all the Final Fantasy games can get pretty fan servicey. I mean,
Oh,
we really wanna break down
what?
we really want to make the call here. I mean,
No.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
If they're not under 18, I'm not interested.
Says a lot about you, Christian.
Hey
Says a
man,
lot
it's
about
legal
you.
in Japan, okay?
All right. I mean,
Anyway.
it's not legal here.
Looks like
So-
I know where I'm moving.
Japan.
Japan.
Canada, duh.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Wait, you guys are really not on the ball tonight. Just lame ducks that you're throwing out here. Come on, give me some more system sellers.
Halo.
Absolutely.
I feel like if we talk about system sellers as like an actual like a category of games, I feel like Halo kind of tops that bill.
The original Halo?
Like Halo through at least Halo 3. Like the ones that
Hell,
carried
even
through Xbox
fucking
and Xbox
Halo 4.
360.
I remember, in a way, Halo 4 was actually a bit of a system seller for me. My brother, because like, so I had an Xbox. I had an original Xbox, and I got it with. I mean, I didn't buy it myself, but when I got it for my birthday in 2004. That's right. I was pretty behind the times, but I got one eventually. I had Knights of the Old Republic and the original Halo Combat Evolved. And I loved.
That's a really good pair of games to have on that system.
I know, right?
Continue.
Halo Combat Evolved. I loved it, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I didn't have the Xbox Live service because we didn't have we didn't even have broadband at the time. We just had we still had dial-up. So my mom wasn't even considering getting Xbox Live, but I would go over and I'd play at my buddy's house to play Xbox Live, and I was like, oh, Halo 2 is so cool. And that was how I got to play that. But I remember I didn't get a 360. Like I didn't get one right away in 2005, and I didn't get one in 2006. By 2007, my mom had bought the family a Wii. So I was not on the 360 train for a long time. And so I missed Halo 3 entirely. And I was kind of not hyped on Halo all that much until, they announce, hey, we're bringing Chief back and it's time for Halo 4. And I got swept up in the hype. And my brother had my little brother had gotten an Xbox Live arcade, or an Xbox 360 arcade. So it had a hard drive on top, but it was one of the older models. And my mom got it for him in 2011 for Christmas, and we had not done anything with it. I mean, it was just sitting because we didn't have an HD TV until 2012 when I finally bought one. So I was like, when I bought that TV, I was like, hey, where's that Xbox? Let's dig that out of the shitter and hook it up with the HDMI cord. We'll have some HD gaming going on right here.
And Zach never looked back.
That's right. I looked. I played a couple games on the old one, but of course, sounded like a jet engine. So before Halo 4 came out, in preparation for Halo 4, I upgraded the system. I spent the $100+ to, I traded in the old one, and I bought well, I mean, it wasn't brand new at the time, but I bought the slim model with the built-in 250 gig hard drive, and that was a system seller for me. Halo 4. I got ready, and it was not a disappointment. I had a good time.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I ended up getting a 360 also but I got it for Halo
For Halo 3?
Yeah, because I don't know, like prior to this, a friend had loaned me a copy of Halo Fall or Reach, the book. He was like, dude, this book is cool. There's aliens and people shooting things. And I was like, all right, I'll read it.
That book was cool. Book was the best.
Yeah. I mean, the canon's all messed up now, but...
Yeah, a little bit.
But it was a really, really cool book.
Well, no, Fall of Reach fits in pretty well yet.
It kind of... No, because when you throw in Halo Reach, like... it gets a lot weirder. But because like you have to somehow explain how Halsey's in one place and in the other, how Chief's in one place and then suddenly in the other, and why Pillar of Autumn's grounded, but it was supposed to be in space. And anyway,
Space magic.
space magic,
The Force.
Metachlorians.
Absolutely, my friend.
But like, so after that, I suddenly had gotten hyped on Halo, which was like weird because I'd never actually played the game. I never had Halo 2 or Halo 1. Friends of mine never had Combat Evolved, or they did have Halo 2, but I don't know why I never played it with them. I just kind of never did. But so yeah, suddenly I get hyped on Halo 3. In the meantime, I get Combat Evolved and Halo 2 for the computer because it came out on Vista sometime before then.
Yeah,
And I played
Halo 2 did, yeah.
Yeah, and I played the hell out of that. And so then 1 year rolls around, I get a 360, I get Halo 3, and I get it entirely for Halo 3. And I sink hours and hours of my life into shooting things online. It was actually the first online game I played too, now that I think about it. But yeah. That's my story. And I still have a 360 sitting plugged into a television.
That's cute.
I know.
Still no red ring, huh?
No, I had to replace it
Oh, you
a
did.
lot, a couple times.
Do you have an older model or do you have a slim?
Now I got the Slim.
Ooh,
I know.
look at that. You're moving up in the world.
But do you have a Connect, Michael, with Connect Adventures? Because that's the real question here.
I know, I don't. And I was so disappointed because I could never play Star Wars Connect.
I know, right? What
You're
a
missing out, man.
travesty.
I can't do any of the dances with Han Solo or...
You can't be riding solo till you buy that game, Michael.
I know.
And you can't be a Rancor wildly flailing its arms and legs in Tatooine.
You guys remember when they made a Connect Star? I do.
A what?
Anyway. What?
A what?
Who?
You said remember when they made...
A Star Wars Connect game?
Oh, no, you like cut out a little bit and I didn't know what you
Oh.
said. We're going to have to...
I'm sorry, I got you really excited, didn't I?
We're going to have to erase that part at 19 minutes. You guys remember that. Okay. Well,
Okay. Well, I'm...
Christian, it's your turn.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but throughout my lifetime, there's never really
Oh,
been
yeah.
a single game that's been a system seller as far
That's
as
right.
I have ever noticed.
I forgot about that.
As soon as I came out of the womb, I was around a Sega Genesis and a Nintendo 64, and there wasn't one game in particular that my parents ended up getting those systems for. It was just kind of, okay, we'll get these systems and we'll get a bunch of games for it, and it'll be fun. And then next we got a GameCube, and there wasn't exactly one game for it. They were just like, hey, we'll get a GameCube, we'll get a bunch of games for it, it'll be fun. And now, I guess my most recent consoles have been the 3DS, and there wasn't like one game I picked out. I got it for like a whole bunch of games, like Link Between Worlds, 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Majora's Mask, Mario Golf, Star Fox 3D, Pokemon Natch, and Luigi's Mansion. And then I got the Wii U, and I guess I got that mostly for Smash, but I wouldn't have gotten it just for Smash. So I got it like for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and 3D World and Super Mario Bros. U and Mario Kart 8 and Zelda, haha, and Bayonetta 2. So yeah, there's never really been a single game that I've gotten a system.
Well, no,
Or, to
I
be
mean
honest.
that's not what I'm saying, Christian. And I'm not saying that it's like, oh, I got this game specifically to play this, or I got the system specifically to play
Yeah.
this game, and that's it. I'm saying like,
But like
what
a
was
game
the
that puts it
game?
over the edge.
What was the game that you saw a trailer for, or you saw someone play, and you were like, that is something I need?
I wish I could tell you. I've already had the system before I've gotten to that point, unfortunately.
Okay, Christian, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You and I both know there's a PlayStation 3 in your room right now.
Yeah.
Why is it there?
It was a birthday present, and then my parents were like, "Hey, we'll get you this because we'll get games for it, and it'll be fun." And so my first PS3 games were Resistance: Fall of Man, Tony Hawk's PGA Tour 2007, and Sonic 06. The trifecta right there.
Oh my God, Sonic 06.
Yep.
Sorry, that was me throwing up.
And thus I fell in love with the PlayStation 3. Just kidding.
I can't believe that didn't swear you off Sony products for the rest of your life.
That game came for 362, you know it.
Oh no, I don't choose to acknowledge that. Sony
okay, my
Sony
apologies.
can go die in a hole. PS4 more like PS bore.
PS4 huh?
or PS poor.
Well, I suppose I kind of got a PS2 for Kingdom Hearts 2. That's the closest comparison I can give you.
There we go.
Yeah, because I got a PS2 and then I had to wait like half a year to finally get Kingdom Hearts 2. And then when I did get it, I just like forgot about sleep for 32 hours straight and just played Kingdom Hearts 2 and then just enjoyed my time with Genie and Aladdin and Hades and Hercules and insert Disney character here.
And
Luke
and
Skywalker?
one or two, and Final
Hopefully.
Fantasy cameo or something.
Okay, is Kingdom Hearts 3 going to be a Toys to Life game or not? I need to know this now.
No,
I need to know
they
how much money I need
canceled.
to set
They
aside.
canceled. They canceled Infinity, so no.
Well, how do we know Squeenix isn't going to get in the Toys to Life business? We
Why
don't know
would
that.
they? Why would they do that?
Because Monet's, man.
No, there's no money in it. The only people
Tell
that
that
have been
to
able to do
Nintendo.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The only people who've been able to really do Toys to Life successfully is Nintendo, and they aren't even really doing Toys to Life. The figures don't fucking do anything in the games,
Ouch.
and the figures
They look
aren't that
fucking
cool.
rad on
No,
my
they don't.
shelf.
I disagree with that.
No, they do look rad. I'm looking right at them. Hi, Ganon.
Oh my god, disgusting. Blech. Of course, I really can't judge considering the Star Wars Infinity figures that I have currently.
I was going to say something, but you said it, so.
You
Yeah,
gotta get the light effects ones.
I have all of them.
There you go.
All of them. Yep, all of them that I
now
could.
you're a
yeah,
real human being.
I
Zach.
hunted.
Do you feel alive?
I hunted it down. I know. Yeah, I hunted them all down. I hunted down Darth Vader. I bought him from Amazon because I couldn't drive the hour and a half. At that point, it's like if you drive the 3 hours total to go to Toys R Us from where I live, and buy one, then like you've wasted the time. You know what I mean? You may as well just pay more for it on Amazon. So that's what I did.
Well, you might as well sell them all and then spend $80 on a NES amiibo.
No. Yeah. No.
That's the only logical conclusion.
My
that we can
last
draw here.
my last couple system sellers that I can remember. I really wanted a 3DS for Link Between Worlds. I really wanted an Xbox One for the Master Chief Collection. And I really want a Nintendo NX for the Legend of Zelda NX/Wii U, whatever they wind up calling it. That's really what inspired this topic.
That's all it'll take is a Zelda game, huh?
I've been waiting for this Zelda game for a long time. Not any Zelda game, mind you, because otherwise I would have a Wii U for the remakes.
The one where the
But I'm talking about
protagonist may
new.
be a female.
I'm talking about new Zelda games, not remakes, not Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD.
Mm-hmm.
They're good HD remakes, by the way.
I'm sure they are. I'm
Just
sure
so
they
that's
are.
out there, they're both very good remakes.
Do you have them both?
Friend of mine has the Twilight Princess remake, and I have the Wind Waker remake.
I have Wind Waker.
It's good. I like
That's
it.
where I played Wind Waker, and I had a grand old time.
Same.
All
But
right,
apparently
next
this isn't the
subject.
place
I
for
before
have
that.
those
this-
games for the GameCube.
Oh, it's Kyle Matthews.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's stop talking about Kyle. Kyle's here. Hi, Kyle.
Yeah, we just finished talking about Wind Waker, so it's a good thing we're not talking about that anymore.
Oh, are we talking about how bad it is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But wait, are
it's
we
pretty
talking
bad.
about Doom or Doom? Are we talking about
Ooh.
Doom BFG edition?
Did you play any Doom?
or
Did you play any
What?
Doom, Christian? The new one?
Are we? I don't know.
So Zach,
Did you or not?
Doom?
Yeah,
Did I play New Doom?
of the new one. Yeah.
Oh no, but I'm hearing great things.
No, it's awesome. Like that's what I've been playing all week. That's what I wanted to end this episode with. Now that Kyle's finally here.
Yeah, if Overwatch didn't come out on Tuesday, I think I'd be singing a different tune right now. But
Right, exactly. But Overwatch has got a lot of hype too. And that's the funny thing. The weekend of the open beta, I had no time on my hands at all. So I never downloaded it. I never got to play it. But I understand that it's got a very, very good amount of hype, which is really funny because like there's no single player whatsoever. Like they're even selling it early, like all the physical copies. They're able to sell them as soon as they get them because the servers for the game don't go online until Tuesday. Which is like, wow. Okay.
They've done that with a different game. What game did they do that with?
Titanfall? No.
I think it wasn't Titanfall because Titanfall is all multiplayer. I can't remember, but one of the games, it was like, oh, you can't play the online until like 2 weeks later when the servers actually go up. This was probably like 2 years ago or something, so I can't really remember the actual title.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
there was one game where I think they said the store date was broken or something like that. So like a week before release, the distributors or whatever were just like, yo, you can start selling this game now, I guess. It was Little Big Planet for Vita. And so yeah, it was super weird. They're just like, hey, you can buy this game now. It doesn't come out till next week, but you can buy it now if you want. So I went to Best Buy. I was like, hey, do you guys have this game? It wasn't on the shelf or anything. And then they're like, oh, it says it's in stock. And then they didn't see it there, so they went back and gave it to me, and I walked out with a copy of Little Big Planet a week early.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Woo!
they broke that store date. I've never seen anything like that since, though.
Yeah, I'd imagine
but
in
it's-
today's age that sort of thing is very rare.
I don't even understand why they would do that.
Well, it was a Vita game, to be fair. That's probably why.
That might be why.
Nobody cared in the first place. I think you might have been the only one who bought it.
Yeah, Christian was probably the only one that bought that game.
Oh,
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
So,
I care about
Michael,
you, Vita.
what have you? I know that Michael and Christian are college boys, and they just got done with finals. But what do you guys? What have you guys been playing in the last couple weeks?
I defer to Christian.
So here's the question: are we talking about last couple weeks, or are we talking about last cast here?
Like I'm talking
Both.
about last couple of weeks. Like you guys weren't
Okay.
on the last episode, so
Okay.
we don't know we don't know what you've been playing.
Well, I played through Dying Light. I played through Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I 100%ed Just Cause 3. I played through Braid and the Witness. I played through Firewatch, and we did a socket of it, of course. Played through Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which was pretty fun. Played through Black Ops 3 campaign on Realistic, of course. And then played through Mad Max. I've played some Rust. I played the Division beta back in the day when that was still a thing. I played the Overwatch beta. Been playing a lot of Battleborn, actually. That's pretty fun. Playing some Black Ops 3 multiplayer off and on. Been playing a lot of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Just finished platinuming Ratchet and Clank HD. It was a pretty good time. Ratchet and Clank 2 though, I just beat that yesterday. I've yet to go back and platinum it though. It's a lot of fun. I played through Doom 1 just for funsies for a new Doom coming out, but I'll probably wait on that for a little bit. Played some Lego Jurassic World today. That was fun for about 20 minutes. Yeah, I think that's about it. Am I
Wow.
missing something?
Wow.
I think I played like maybe a 20th of the games that you played in the time in the same amount of time.
Yeah,
It's kinda sad.
this is my life right now.
I
Lots
played
of Battleborn.
Civ. I played.
Oh
Civ.
yeah.
Yeah.
Michael plays games too, right?
I played games once in a blue moon. I played
Yeah,
Civ.
it's Civ 5 is like a black hole as soon as I start playing. Like, there was one day when I was like, okay, I'm going to put game length on short and then put game speed on super fast. And I was like, I'll just play for like an hour. And then I start playing for an hour. And then 7 hours later, I hadn't eaten anything. And I'm staring at the clock being like, I just wanted to play something else before the day's done. But I'm just sitting there grinding out my science points as Korea. Oh, man.
Oh, Korea.
Yeah.
What's your taste?
Were you north or south or the combined whole?
It's the combined whole. You play as some dude from like combined Korea, I think.
Oh.
I am not history person, so
Michael,
yeah.
I defer to you on history matters.
Oh, I don't know who. I know who we're talking about, but I can't think of the guy's name.
Ho Chi Minh.
No, probably no, that's Vietnam. Anywho, yeah, I played a lot of Civ lately. Otherwise, did a couple of rounds on the new Smash with one of the roommates.
Yeah.
I really like the new characters. And then I also played Pokken, aka Best Fighting Game of the Year, aka I'm the only one with that opinion.
Pokken Tournament, aka the worst excuse for a crossover attempt ever made. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Pokemon Conquest.
Zach,
Oh.
did you play Pokken?
I refuse.
Zach,
I refuse to play any Wii U game, to be fair, though. So
Zach, what if I told you? What if I told you that in a year with maybe only one other fighting game, Pokken's the better of the two?
Are you talking? It's better than Street
well,
Fighter
what was
5?
the other one? Street Fighter
Or was
5.
that last
yeah.
year? Was that last year?
No, that was this year. That was this year.
Yeah, you remember the game everyone was hyped for, then came out unfinished?
So it's better than Street Fighter 5. Whoop-de fucking do. Guess what? A lot of things are better than Street Fighter 5. Like the shit that I took yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, it was a monster shit.
The
But
gauntlet has been thrown. Two sides.
The
One side leaves unhappy, the other side leaves slightly disappointed.
man, this should be a conversation with Tucker here. But no,
Actually, that's why I took the shot that I did, because I don't want him here to defend it. I'm putting this out there right now so we can alienate any Street Fighter fans or any PlayStation fans. The Street Fighter 5 exclusive for PlayStation 4. You can just throw them both in a hole, throw them all in a dumpster, throw them all in a landfill, just like you did with E.T. Because frankly, that's the disgrace. That's the level of disgrace that I feel for those companies. That's the level of disgrace that I feel for those
kind
legacies.
listener of the Double Jump podcast, don't listen to Zach. He's crazy from the monster shit he took yesterday. Street Fighter 5 is actually a passable game, and Pokken Tournament is a very fun game.
It's Pokken.
Well worth it.
It's Pokken Tournament.
It's 2Ks.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
but I've heard it pronounced by every official source as Pokken because it's a Pokemon game.
No,
I think
Zach.
2K makes BioShock. I don't think they make Pokken Tournament.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy right now. But no, yeah, it actually, as someone who has studied Japanese for a single semester, it'd be Pokken.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, except that this game doesn't. Never mind. Whatever.
Konnichiwa,
Ohio
Kyle-san.
gozaimasu.
Oh yeah, I played through
Thank you,
Saints Row the
Tesla.
Third. That was pretty fun.
Wow.
Dude, you can hit people with a dildo bat in that game. It's wonderful.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I
That
watched
game-
my,
It starts out like all the side stuff is absolute crap. If you're gonna play that game, don't even bother with the side stuff. It is so dull and so boring. But the story's a lot of fun. It goes all kinds of different places and it goes in all kinds of wacky, zany directions. It's a lot of fun.
I watched my brother play a little bit of Dead Rising 3. He had a dildo launcher and he was shooting a roided up female Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think. So
That sounds like a thing.
that was the thing. It sounds like the internet, the worst parts of it.
Guys, I
Tell me.
love video games.
Who's getting Overwatch?
No. It's only $40 though, right?
PC version at least.
I was gonna say no. I think on consoles it's full price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna get that game. I could justify like shelling out $30-ish, but I don't know.
Yeah,
the game-
$60 is pretty steep for that game on consoles.
Especially when you could play it for free if you have Team Fortress 2.
Oh.
Shut up.
True life. True life.
But
actually-
I can't press Q to alt, yo.
I've got a different setup. I've got the spacebar as alt because I need that big thing. So when I smack it, I'll be like, clamp it down. Speaking of alts, I was playing Smite right before this, which is why I was a little bit late. it was I went into it thinking, I'll get a quick game in, right? And then like an hour and 10 minutes later, you're like, well, this game's kind of going on a little long,
Wow.
Welcome to MOBAs. Welcome
right?
to MOBAs.
But we won. It was
good.
That's a plus. That's a
it was a
plus.
hard fought victory, and we won though. It was good.
I am so bad at MOBAs.
I know. I was playing ADC, and I was like, dude, man, our solo is being so bad. She's like supposed to be really good. Going into it, we're like, oh, this character's good. But they were like, no, she couldn't, dumpsters. She was like, not rotating correctly.
Did she even
The
gank?
jungle was being stripped, but somehow we won.
Oh,
Nah, I mean,
I know what you mean.
Not a mean.
That's not a GG. That's a BG.
right? That is a B.
That's a BFG.
Oh.
Oh, hey, before
and
we.
speaking of
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
And speaking of things that I've been playing recently, Halo Wars is now backwards compatible on the Xbox One.
It's been backwards compatible for a while.
All units.
Yeah, it's been backwards compatible for about a month or so, but I've only recently been playing it right now, and it's pretty good.
It's pretty
I like
good.
to troll people on that game.
It's pretty good. Are you able
Oh.
to play online? Like,
Yeah, you can still play online. There's like 500 people on the
Oh.
servers.
wow, that's
Are they all just like people who are good at it, or is there someone who
Not
can
really.
suck with me?
There's a mixture. They're not all
I
like,
played.
people that have been playing it, roughly on and off for the past 6 years. Oh, I don't know. When did that game come out? 2008,
I
maybe?
don't know.
For the
I think-
past 8 years?
I would say 2008. Holy shit, that's an.
It came out with Halo 3, so I think it's like 2008, 2009.
I think it's
2008 was 8 years ago.
2000. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2009.
Well, you're gonna have to
2008 was
put
8
that.
years ago.
You're gonna have to put that down by the time Halo 5 Forge comes out for PC. Let's be honest here.
I'm going to put it down when Halo Wars 2 comes out.
Oh.
Hey, true in life.
Okay.
True life.
Where's
Yeah.
there a horn sound effect?
Hey, Kyle, before we wrap this up,
Uh-huh.
tell me what is your system sellers through your life, if you have any.
System sellers?
Yeah. Any system.
I mainly buy a system based on who I'm going to be playing the game.
No, but
games
like
with.
like what games have you bought systems for, or what games have your parents or like a brother or whatever? What games have you experienced system selling?
Titanfall?
No, I bought
Quantum Break?
N64 for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time way back in
Woo.
when I was like 5 years old.
And then it became a Banjo Kazooie machine.
Oh yeah, then it became a Banjo-Kazooie machine, but we'll get the ukulele later. Yeah, I bought the PS4 for the exclusives that are going to be coming out, like Last Guardian.
Oh.
And Persona 5 and Ace Combat.
I do not
Not-
have
not
a lot
Ace
of faith
Combat.
in Last Guardian. I did, and now I don't.
Um,
I had faith in that game like 5 years ago.
you poor soul.
I know, because like Shadow of the Colossus is one of my favorite games ever. And now Last Guardian I kind of had hype for. And now I think some other studio's working on it with like other supervision of the old studio, and I'm sure it's just not the same.
Yeah, and I'm
Question. What if
Mhm.
it's better than the same?
Well,
Oh.
dude, hey. I mean, I'm just being a pessimistic butthole right now, but if it's better, that'd be amazing.
Christian. There's a giant winged pug dog from Nintendogs.
With feathers and fox ears or something.
Yeah, it's like Nintendogs, but with like a griffin or something.
Yeah, and you're a little kid.
And then the thing will like jump up on your screen, and you'll be like, "Oh, get down! I'll take you for a walk later."
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, I'm gonna give you a minute or two to hype up ukulele here.
Oh man, don't even get me started on ukulele.
Yo,
So
it's a chameleon named Yuka. And what better pairing than a chameleon named Yuka than a bat named Laylee?
exactly.
The instrument ukulele.
All I can say is that July the open beta, or we'll close beta for the people that had funded it. It's going to be a completely standalone experience that's going to like stand as a demo, and you're going to try it out a little bit, platforming experience. I'm very excited for it. Looks like it's got the right kind of humor. You're going to be fighting a giant bee with like a little like squid with like an exosuit as like the other villain. I'm
Are
excited.
we talking about Super Mario Galaxy again?
Yes,
I knew it.
we are actually.
It all comes
and
back
there's, like,
around.
And
Hey.
then there's like a little, sunflower, and it's gonna walk around and be like, and then like try to like curb stomp you or something.
If Yooka-Laylee is anything like Super Mario Galaxy, then that's actually a really good thing. I would play that, I think. But
Yeah.
I don't think it will be, so I'm not going to play it.
From the screenshots, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
I'm not going to play it. Is it better than Rocket League? Probably not, so I'm not going to play it.
Well, excuse me, Mister. Rocket League could not be Game of the Year.
You're right. You're
It does
absolutely
not
right.
have
No,
enough
you're
content.
absolutely right. It does not have enough content to be Game of the Year. However, it is, with what it presents, addictive as fuck. And I play an hour a day, so
Got to
But
play
how does it
hoops.
stack up to Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
probably better. I
question.
didn't play that.
Let me open up the Word document. Where is it?
No.
Syndicate has surprisingly improved upon lots of the problems that I had with Unity.
Anyway,
Sweet. I think that's going to wrap it up, unless you guys
actually,
have
I
anything
kind of
else.
had a question. Like, do you think the idea of a universal system seller still a like a tangible thing?
Still a thing? Oh no, I think so. I mean, hell, fuck! Look at the NX. I mean, that's what they're doing that on purpose. I mean,
Right,
they
but I
know
mean,
that
like,
people will buy it for Zelda, so they're going to buy it for Zelda. I mean, I think
Right.
that there. I think that. I mean, I can't think of any for Sony off the top of my head. That's why, fuck, I haven't bought a PS4 for myself. But I mean, if you look at, yeah, I mean, top franchises like Halo. I mean, there's a lot of Gears fans out there. I mean, you know, there's a lot of Nintendo fans of specific franchises. I feel like that is. I feel like those systems and those companies still have IP that people will still be loyal for. So I guess and you know, you probably say Uncharted for a lot of people for Sony.
Yeah.
But you know,
Also, Ace Combat's gonna drop, and it's gonna be amazing, and you all are gonna feel like such idiots.
I don't think we will,
I
because it's going to be on the
can't
PSVR, aka the PS PR, isn't it's like it's going to need some public relations to get themselves out of that mess.
But the real
Kinda.
question is, how can a standalone aerial combat game become, a really good game when Battlefield has that as a part of its entire structure already?
Because Battlefield's air combat is poop. Anyway,
Well,
But
it
it's
may
got
not be
the
in
area-
Battlefield
it's got
1.
the,
But
jet
it's got-
fighters and all that.
yeah, but it's not great.
Yeah, but then you could go play Star Wars Battlefront. That's got aerial combat.
we won't
too.
talk about that. All
Hey
right.
guys, Star Wars Battlefront.
Well,
No, like a quick addendum. I've been thinking, and it's like, I bought an Xbox. I got an Xbox One because of Halo, but
Mhm.
as of right now, I have this Xbox One, and I no longer have an interest in Halo. And it's like at the same time, it's like I still would get an Xbox. I don't know. To me, it just seems like the idea of a universal system seller isn't as salient anymore because everyone's going to be so subjective now and like more so. Because I mean, you could look back at like the N64 and point to Super Smash Bros. And Ocarina of Time.
Super Mario 64,
Right.
yeah.
But I mean, okay.
Paper Mario, which they're gonna ruin with that new Paper Mario game, and I will not name names, but it's gonna be terrible. Go on.
Yeah, especially considering it's like at the end of the Wii U's life cycle, they're probably like, "Hey guys, let's make another Wii U Paper Mario
yeah,
game."
God, it's
But
going
have
to be
like
gross.
paint, and it's gonna be like stickers, and no.
Michael,
don't even get me started.
Michael, I definitely get your point.
I don't know.
But
it just seems like in this day and age, it's less. It's going to be so much more subjective because like you could point to Xbox and Halo and those like direct relationships, but I think it's kind of drifting
Yeah, and
away from that, with the
I feel the
exception of
same
like
way.
Zelda.
Where it's like, I bought old consoles for certain games. Like I bought the 360 to play Gears of War 1 way back in the day. And it's like, but now I've just been kind of buying systems based on the people I would play with. Like there's more people that play the Xbox One with me than the PS4, so that's why I've got a subscription to Xbox Live and I don't have a subscription to PlayStation Now or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like
PlayStation
now I'm
Plus.
planning on getting a PS4, but not for like any single specific game, but a plethora of like games.
And
But
that is
are
where
we going to
you
hear
fail.
about Red Dead Redemption 2 at
No.
Rockstar's E3 press
No.
conference?
No, please
Dude,
no.
E3's on the
probably.
horizon. E3's on the
Yes.
horizon.
And I am looking forward to Halo Wars 2.
Hey, you know what else is on the horizon, guys?
E3.
Star
Combat.
Wars Celebration, where they'll be making the announcements about all the Star Wars games. So E3 can go fuck itself, because I don't care.
I'm
And
looking
that,
forward to that visceral
that
Star
is
Wars
the
game
end.
if it's done right.
God damn it, Kyle. That is the end of this week's episode. Next week, we will
You want
talk
me to
about...
wrap it up?
We will
Yo,
talk...
dude, that was the end of the cast. It was better than the last.
No, what
Hey,
actually,
guys.
I would
War
say...
Harbor came out. Give Todd your money. Okay, I think we're good.
All right. You can give us a comment on the video comment feed below. That was awful. You can give us a comment and let us know what your system sellers were that you can think of, either on Facebook with the Double Jump, or rather maybe it's just Double Jump on Facebook. I don't fucking remember. And the Double Jump on YouTube. And we will see you next week when we discuss more about video games, including Star Wars from Visceral. We'll talk about that new Paper Mario game that's probably going to be really bad. We'll talk about Overwatch and how the full game is performing,
Can
and
we,
all that.
talk about Lego Star Wars?
And we'll give a preview for Lego Star Wars, because we cannot go an episode without talking about Star Wars. So
It's true.
we'll catch you later. Bye.
And I'm Tucker.